This production is brought to you by the Texas Advocates, in association with the Arc of Texas, and funded by the Texas Council on Developmental Disabilities. This is a production of the Peer-to-Peer Project. Francisco, do you want to line up some of those people in a line, just on the side? We have people waiting for services on waiting lists, and we want to help them get off the waiting list, thank you, Alva, so that they can live where they want to live.
Stop it, Alva.
Right. Okay, so we need to tell our representatives and our senators, what do we need to tell them, Malika?
What?
We need to tell them what? What do we want? What do we want to tell the representatives and senators?
Change.
We want change. We want people to get off the waiting list.
Yes, because we didn't vote the first African American president for nothing. We wanted change to happen in all the systems. Systems in economy, systems in labor, systems in disabilities.
Right.
Not country first, though, like John McCain said.
Not country first.
Because us people are important than you know what I'm saying?
People with disabilities are important
Yeah,
too.
yes.
Right. People with disabilities are important too. And only we know what we want in our lives, right? So we need to talk to our representatives and senators. So I want everybody to look over at the pictures on the right-hand side. We've got some people with disabilities here, and they are testifying, right?
Right.
We've got, you can testify at a lot of places. You can testify at a public hearing in the Capitol, at the state level, in the state capitol. You can even testify in your own city, at city council. So let's review here. Who do we have that is commander-in-chief and in charge of the whole U.S. of A?
Barack Hussein Obama.
Barack Hussein Obama. And then we've got Governor Rick Perry, and what does he take care of?
Of Texas.
He takes care of Texas. So we also have our independent cities. And who takes care of the cities?
All kinds of people like Mission or maybe like wherever, McAllen, Brownsville, Edinburgh.
Yeah. The mayor takes care of your local cities.
Stop it.
Hey guys, we appreciate you, Alva. Go ahead, bang on the table. Everybody bang on the table. All right, stop.
Oh, we just stop doing that like
Stop.
like a bad man.
Okay, so we know that we can do... You guys are hilarious, really.
Yeah.
We know that you can testify at a public hearing. We know that you can testify at Washington, D.C. We know that you can go to your local city council and you can talk to them about when you want your garbage day to be, right?
Yes.
You can testify and tell people what you want in a lot of different ways, right?
Yeah.
But one more time we need to review. So we've got federal government, and that's, where is that taken care of? That's the whole United States, and that's takes place at the White House. Right. And then we have state government, and that takes place at the state capitol, or, because we're in Texas, here in Austin. Okay?
Yeah.
And then local government is with the city and the mayor, okay? And you can testify, you can be leaders in all three of these areas, okay? You can go to the White House and tell them what you want. You can go to the state capitals and tell them what you want. And you can go to the city government and tell them what you want, okay? So we as people with disabilities can talk to people and tell them what we want, no matter which branch of government we need.
Yeah.
So we've got the big level of government, and then one down is the state level of government, and then one down is the city level of government. Okay? Okay. My glasses were falling down there. All right. So do we need to have any more discussion? Anything anybody else wants to talk about?
Yes. What about yesterday when we went to the Capitol?
Oh, yeah, that's right. We went to the Capitol yesterday. What did we do? Who did we go see?
We went to see various representatives and a senator as well.
Yeah. So what did we tell him?
We told them about who we are, what we do, our part in the disability rights movement going nationwide, how state schools should eventually be removed from the existence. I don't know any other term to put it.
Okay, so we want more people to live in the community.
Yes, and less in the state schools.
And
Housing Bill 950.
It was actually, well, let's not talk about that. Well, we talked about some specific bills.
Yes, we talked about some specific bills.
Okay.
Most notably, the bill that was allowing people with disabilities to receive housing.
Yes, we talked about some housing bills. Because if people are going to live in the community, they need to have a house to live in, right?
Yes.
Okay, what else was pretty exciting there, Adam? Do you remember who came down to visit us?
I know that we went up and went to go see Veronica Gonzalez.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
What did we talk about with Veronica?
We were saying about how kind of like Alan was mentioning, saying about maybe cut down on the what do you call it again, state school, and maybe you could bring in some more money for us who we are, and help with the community around with people with disabilities to receive more help than ever.
So cut down on the state schools and give us more money in the community so that we can get more help.
Yes.
Okay. That's great. You guys did great. You did wonderful. Okay, so I want you guys to know that we can keep doing that. We can keep visiting the Capitol because we're all leaders here at this table. We're self-advocates. We're leaders. We're learning how to participate in our government, telling our government what we want and what we need. Okay, so I want to give you guys a big hand of applause.
Wait a minute. Before the applause.
Okay, wait, go ahead.
Are you telling us we're all official Texas advocates here in this table?
Yes, we are. You are all official Texas advocates.
Thank God, no more Leadership Academy.
Woo!
Right on.
Let's review. Where do you fit in? What is important to you?
My favorite thing is to train other people about self-advocacy and train them to build up their self-esteem.
When you meet a representative or senator, what should you do?
I didn't know what to expect, but I felt, wow, I get to go to the Capitol. To me, it was like this great field trip with some friends, and what we did, we got to speak to the legislatures, and I was like, oh wow, I get to meet a real politician, but on the other hand, I didn't quite know what to expect. So the first time, I just kind of sat back and let others speak. But the second or third times, then I remember at least being able to ask them at least one question. And to me, it didn't matter whether they really answered that or not. To me, it was just, hey, I asked the politician a question. I raised my voice. And sometimes that's all it takes. But it may take a little while, but on the other hand, you're like, hey, I raised my voice, yay for me. And